Lisa, I've been working with Mary Jo, you had some experience with that. So.
Yeah, I'm good at it now.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
You're busy that day, huh?
So basically, before you leave, what is the gist of whatever the town needs to showcase? I understand your point, what you've said and what you've done, but to be more specific, if each town's going to showcase exactly in summary, what is it that you want or think that they should showcase to get people here, what you have already done?
Basically, it's people that are completely unfamiliar with an area. Who have lived in New Jersey up to 50, 60 years, and they're trying to find out, should they move, should they rent, what area should they locate in. They're asking questions about schools. It's basically someone who is, if this were a foreign country, they're going to ask you the questions about moving.
Correct.
You are now the human internet, and you're providing answers to those questions. I have people, for an example, I took a couple on a tour this past weekend who are moving down. They both are BRAC area contractors. They have to move by July, and they've never been here to look for a house. And they're just now starting to look, and they need to be in it by July 15th. So they're frantic. They're deer in the headlights, running around saying, what can I do? Trying to sell their house in New Jersey, trying to find a place here. Trying to find a place for her business. She wants to locate in a hub zone, that would be Elkton. And trying to answer those questions. And it is absolutely everything. Questions from where do you do your grocery shopping, to where's the best pizza, to what are your tax rates, to do you have public water and sewer. Every question you could imagine is asked.
So since this BRAC talk has started, and it certainly has been in a talk for a long time, what percentage of people do you think thus far have come this way? Or my question is, what percentage amount of people you still think are left behind that have to relocate to get here? Or
well, there's about 1,300 people who are currently working at Aberdeen Proving Ground who have moved from Fort Monmouth, New Jersey. Of those, about 400 of them have chosen Cecil County as permanent residents. An additional 120 are living in rental housing in Cecil County, looking to decide, are they going to buy or not? So we were projected to receive about 7%. If you do the math on those numbers, we're doing a lot more than 7% of the people who are moving down. And the reason why we're interested in the folks who are moving down is twofold. One, if they're looking to open a business, if they have a spouse who has a business, if they're a decision maker for a business, they're going to look at the community where they live. Secondly, a lot of these businesses, a lot of these defense contractors have a program in place. In order for you to be considered for promotions, you need to volunteer within your community, at least 10 hours a month. So to have people with PhDs and doctorates and engineers who want to give back to their community, I want it to be this community. And so that's why we're working so hard to...
so that 1,100, if you say 4 some have permanently relocated here and 100 and some have rented, then I guess Cecil County has captured about 50% of the people thus far.
Not quite at 50, but we're getting there.
Okay. And the other percentage has gone where?
Hartford County, Baltimore County, Baltimore City. We have some in York County, Pennsylvania, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, Newcastle County, Delaware.
So some more dispersed with the other area, but Cecil County thus far has been in good shape, then I guess captured
County's
people.
doing quite well for itself.
All right, thanks.
But we're going to get it. We're probably a bulk all of a sudden to get, so they can get down here and get themselves situated.
Yeah, it's not going to be one day we wake up and
No.
we go, oh
Right.
my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, here's all these people. But if you take a visit, for example, go down to the Howard House today, there were 4 New Jersey license plates parked right in a row, right in front of the Howard House. And you know, you go over to Alta Chesapeake Ridge, and last weekend, with the people I was driving around from New Jersey, we counted 73 license plates from New Jersey at an apartment complex in Cecil County. You start to notice a lot of yellow license plates.
Thanks.
Good. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, Louis.
Oh yeah, I have the alcohol waiver request for the board for the Citizen of the Year Award. The activity will be on March 25th, and the Elkton Alliance is sponsoring this, I believe. Right, Joe?
Yes.
Consequently, I need the board's authorization to issue a alcohol waiver restriction for the use of the Elkton Municipal Building second floor activity room
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion carried.
That's it.
Kim?
Good evening. Around December 2009, the town received a letter from the Maryland Public Service Commission asking the town to join a curtailment service provider to participate in demand response, which utilizes generator-used power in lieu of electric consumption. The whole purpose of this is obviously to try to be a little green. Converge is a company, is one of those curtailment service providers. And the program that they offer is between June 1st and September 30th, Monday through Friday, between the hours of noon and 8 p.m., excluding holidays. An event can be called and may last up to 6 hours, with a maximum of 60 hours throughout the whole summertime. If no events are called, they do require a minimum 1-hour test just to confirm the readiness and availability to actually utilize the generator and have zero electric consumption. So Ken actually from Severn Trent got us with Converge and had a meeting, and they had described this program. The only additional cost that would be incurred would be the cost of diesel to run the generator. But if it's only a 1-hour event, that's not a lot, because they tested, I want to say, was it weekly?
Monthly.
Monthly, okay. There were no actual events that took place last year, just the 1-hour test. The last time that there was an event, it happened in 2007. So it is my recommendation that the board agree to a 1-year program with Converge. The projected revenue for this would be $12,452.80 that we would receive between June 1st of this year through and including May 31st of next year. There is the option of doing a 2-year program. There's no additional incentive to do a 2-year program. If you would like to continue to do that, you can obviously do that next year as well. That's why I only recommended the 1 year. See if it's okay.
Okay. Any other questions of Kim? All right, so we can get a motion to accept the proposal,
Well, it's an agreement.
It's an
agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, to the agreement.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And just one more thing. I had emailed everybody a preliminary guest list for the dedication ceremony to be April 30th at 1 p.m. If you would like to add anybody's guest list, please go ahead and email me. I'll be picking up the invites this weekend, and I'm hoping to get them out then next week.
I have a concern, as I guess it's part of my spill. Mary Jo had written Lois many times about the dedication ceremony, and basically, I guess you're dealing with dignitaries, if you want to call them that, or people with a title, but what about your common folk people? What provisions are you going to come up with, or what provisions is it for them to do the same thing that you're going to do with this invited list?
To do a tour. As I
Or have you considered that?
Well, I did, and Lewis and I actually had that discussion. The problem is with safety, because we need to have enough staff to accommodate how many public persons would come. So that is like the main issue, really, is safety. But I know that Ken has offered tours previously, and I know that he'll continue to offer tours for anybody. We can go ahead and put a notice on the website after the dedication ceremony is complete. If the public would like to do that, we can go ahead and make contact with Ken to set that up. It's not that we don't want them, it's just, it's honestly, it's a safety issue. That's the concern.
I'm like Charlie. I read this thing and I didn't send no email back or anything like that. But we're asking the public here to pay for half of this plant. And I certainly think the former mayors of the town that are still living should be invited, number one. And number two, we have a 40-some man police officer. I don't know how many men we have in the Department of Public Works, but if they can service everybody else, I sure think they could service us with a detail. Not only that, they have police things that go up, the plastic things. I'm sure the town can rope that off to their convenience, but to me, I think it's a big void not inviting the public.
I
Big board.
agree. I agree. I really think we need to invite the public.
The issue there is the plant is operated under contract, so it's not our plant in a sense of operation. We've contracted that duty. So the risk is not only on the town, it's on Severn Trent. Now, Severn Trent may agree to accept that risk, but I can't speak for their company. But the public is, there's a lot of very dangerous things down there. You can't go up on that.
Lois, we understand.